Profit and loss ratio is the important ratio that arises from the trading account, and profit and loss statements include gross profit margins, net profit margins, material to sales, labor to sales, overhead expenses to sales, and stock turnover rate. Gross profit margins. This ratio is the percentage of sales dollar left after subtracting the cost of goods sold, which is cost of sales, from the net sales figures. It measures the percentage of sales dollar remaining to pay the overhead expenses of the business. The formula for the gross profit margins is gross profit times 100 divided by the sales. Net profit margins. The net operating profit rate indicates how much money is left after deducting all direct and overhead expenses. This ratio is the percentage of sales dollar left after subtracting the cost of sales and all other expenses except tax. It provides a good opportunity to compare your business's returns on its sales with the performance of other businesses in your industry. The formula for the net profit margins is net profit before tax times 100 divided by the sales. Material sales. This ratio indicates how much of the sales dollar is consumed by the cost of direct materials. The formula is direct materials times 100 divided by sales. Labor sales. This ratio indicates how much of the sales dollar will be spent in direct labor. The formula is direct labor times 100 divided by the sales. Next is overhead expenses sales. This ratio indicates how much of the sales dollar will be used for non-factory overhead expenses. Overhead expenses to sales. Overhead expenses times 100 divided by the sales. Stock turnover rate. This ratio indicates the number of times the stock in your business has turned over. The lower the rate, the longer the stock is taking to turn over, so funds are invested in inventory for longer period, which has an adverse effect on liquidity. The formula for the stock turnover rate is cost of goods sales divided by 0.5 times sum of opening and closing stock.